Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Now, you may already know that AMC want to implement the use of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash in their business. But what you might not know is that Adam Aron himself said that he also wants to implement the use of NFTs. So stay tuned and let's make some money. But before I dive into the video, I just want to give a massive shout out to the 4,800 of you that have currently dinged that notification bell, because you guys are always the first to watch a new video as soon as it's released. So guys, be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and ding that notification bell if you haven't already, so that you don't miss another video just like this one. And just a quick one before I dive in with the key information. If you haven't already, I'd really consider joining the private Discord, linked in the description below. There you get urgent news, updates, and due diligence about AMC, GameStop, other stocks, and cryptocurrency before I even make a video. It's also the best place to get in contact with me, as I'm active there pretty much 24 hours a day. And now I want to dive straight in with the key information. So, Melissa Lee just interviewed Adam Aron live on CNBC, where they discussed the use of NFTs. Let's take a listen.
I actually spoke with the company's CEO, Adam Aron, just last week about potential new revenue streams, his plans for the future. Take a listen to what he told me.
There are some ideas that have surfaced, which I think could create real value for AMC. And one of the ones that I particularly love, which I haven't commented on before publicly, is to make commemorative movie tickets as an NFT. And that's a really smart idea. That's a really smart idea, because we probably pay 50 to 100 big movies a year. Could we make 50 to 100 NFT commemorative tickets that mean something to people and mean something to us, that could drive our business going forward? I think the answer is yes.
NFTs now accepting more than just Bitcoin, but also Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash guy, showing sports, video.
So there we have it. Adam Aron himself has said that he wants to implement the use of NFTs in AMC. At the moment, he's currently talking about issuing one NFT for each big movie shown every year and selling those off to the general public, which is a good idea, don't get me wrong. But I think what we need to do is convince Adam Aron to combine the use of NFTs with their investor program. Obviously, at the moment, if you hold shares in AMC, you can go and get yourself a free AMC popcorn, which is a great idea. But what we need to do is convince him to issue one singular NFT to every single shareholder. That way, he'll have to gather the details of every single AMC shareholder and issue those NFTs. And that'll be a very, very good way for him to know if there are AMC synthetic shares in issue. Now, we know that Adam Aron listens to us. We know he listens to us on Twitter and also the Say Technologies platform. And there's probably other ways he's been listening to us as well. Therefore, what I think we need to do is tweet at Adam Aron, seeing if he can issue an NFT dividend, or just to issue an NFT as part of their investor program to every single AMC shareholder. This would not only be a brilliant way for Adam Aron to generate revenue for AMC, as he can maybe charge us all a few dollars for each NFT, but it would also be a brilliant way to know just how many synthetic shares there are in issue. Therefore, I personally am going to tweet towards Adam Aron suggesting this, and I suggest that you do the same, obviously in the nicest manner possible. Now, I also wanted to recap on another very key piece of Ortex information. Right here, you've got the cost to borrow minimum, the average, and the maximum. This is the interest rate at which those short hedge funds are paying to borrow shares of AMC to short. Through most of the year, we've seen this being very low at around 1%. The minimum, average, and the maximum was all around 1%, meaning all of the hedge funds were paying give or take the same rate. But what we've now seen is a new cost to borrow maximum of 36.23%. That means that there was at least one hedge fund out there, one short hedge fund, that was very, very desperate to get their hands on new shares to short, and they were willing to pay up to 36% annual interest. That means that right now it is very, very difficult and very, very expensive for shorts to borrow shares in AMC. I think what we need to do is continue to watch this cost to borrow average and see if the average starts increasing alongside the maximum. The last time we saw the cost to borrow maximum shoot up was back in late May, just before that June run. Now, I also wanted to give a bit of an update on the Evergrande situation that could definitely impact US and wider markets. UBS themselves have said that the Evergrande credit event is unavoidable and that it could spill over into global markets depending on whether the company restructures its debt or liquidates. Liquidation would be the more severe scenario. Now, we've also had a message from the China state media, being the government media of China, saying that China's Evergrande should not bet on a government bailout. Therefore, it looks like Evergrande is going to struggle to restructure its debt, and therefore liquidation at the moment looks like the most likely scenario, as they're not going to be bailed out by the Chinese government. Restructuring their debt would be a process whereby they find another bank or institution to buy the debt that's currently being held by other institutions like BlackRock, Vanguard and other banks like HSBC. Where Evergrande is going to struggle is obviously finding a bank that's stupid enough or risky enough to buy all of the debt that's currently being held by other individuals and other institutions. There probably isn't a bank that is stupid enough or risky enough to take on that giant risk, and therefore, as I said, the most likely outcome at the moment is going to be liquidation. There was also a tweet from a Chinese news reporter showing police arriving at Evergrande's headquarters. How big is the crisis and what can happen? I'll talk about this tonight at 9 PM EST on their YouTube channel. What this video appears to show is potentially a Chinese SWAT team storming the Evergrande HQ and absolutely legging it up the escalators. Clearly, there is something very, very big going on at Evergrande. And I also wanted to give you a bit of a reminder that when the mother of all short squeezes occurs, be sure to use limit orders to sell your shares only. You set the price, not the market. Basically, use a limit order and not a market order. Just a friendly reminder that the market is still full of malarkey, and that when you sell your shares to move on to a different financial reality, use limit orders and limit orders only. It'd be a shame to wait as long as we have for the mother of all short squeezes and for your shares to sell at a price below what you find acceptable. And if you don't think that the market will try and mess you over and take your shares for an amount far, far less than that, well, you haven't been paying attention. Be safe, limit orders only. You set the price and nobody else. So I just wanted to quickly explain the difference between a limit order and a market order. Obviously, a limit order executes your sell at exactly the price you put and not a penny less. Therefore, the current price of AMC at some point may be $10,000 per share. You put your market order in when it is showing $10,000 per share, but you might only end up selling them for $2,000 per share, which is a giant, giant difference in price. When there is low volatility, market orders are usually fine. Say AMC is currently trading around $46 a share. If you execute your market order at $46 a share, you're probably going to buy at $46 a share, or maybe $45.99 or $45.98 or $46.01 or $46.02, for example. Very small spreads. But obviously when a hedge fund gets liquidated and the order book is entirely cleared of every single sell order because the hedge fund is liquidated and buys back everything currently available in the market, then there is going to be a lot of volatility. And that means you aren't going to have that super tight spread of buy orders at $10,000, $9,999 and 99 cents, $9,999 and 98 cents, and so on. You're going to have one at say $9,000, one at $5,000, one at $2,000, and that's probably pretty much it. At least until that order book starts filling up again. Therefore, even though the AMC price shows at $10,000 a share, because there's only 3 orders, you're going to sell some of your shares at 9,000, some at 5,000, and some only at 1,000 or 2,000, whatever I just said. And therefore, it is not worth risking using market orders when the squeeze happens. Be sure to use limit orders so that you get the price you want to sell at. I also wanted to give you a quick update on the reverse repos, and we are currently at 26 consecutive days over $1 trillion. Now currently with $1.147 trillion in that overnight reverse repo facility. Guys, be sure to let me know down in the comments below what you think about Adam Aron incorporating the use of NFTs into the AMC business. And while you're down there, be sure to check out the private Discord and become part of the team, linked in the description below. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of my others. Alternatively, subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.